Hey guys, Christ169 coming to you with another upload. I do appreciate you guys. I have 91 subscribers. I love you all. Thank you for 91 subscribers. I hit my goal 100 hopefully. I have 9 more left to hit 100. To hit 100 would be awesome. Okay? But that being said though, today's discussion topic is going to be about my first impressions of Starfield. I played for about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours so far. Maybe a little less than that, maybe about 2 hours. And also the state of console gaming. Is it really relevant anymore? Is console gaming relevant in 2023, or are we finally seeing the not death but the insignificance of having a console where people are buying gaming rigs or they're streaming off streaming devices? Maybe it could be a gaming rig, or it could be off of a TV like Amazon Fire TV. You can literally play games off them with Luna. I actually have ads on my TV saying, "Hey, your TV, my Fire TV is compatible." I can go buy a controller, hook up to it, and bam, play it. Right? I just don't want to have another subscription to pay for. It's tempting to try it, and if I do try it, I'll make a video on that. If I get a free month or get a controller, I will make a video on that. Maybe show an interface, maybe, or just my first impressions of it. But yeah, just getting the video, okay? I've been playing Starfield since yesterday because I'm one of those guys who got it on Game Pass Ultimate. Yes, I know. I wasn't going to buy a $70 game brand new, $100 game brand new. That's brand new from Bethesda because I've been burned before by Bethesda. And the Redfall incident was still in everybody's mind. But after playing this game for about 2 hours, I have understood that Bethesda finally got it. They understand what the hell they needed to do. They needed to slow down, take their time. It took about a year or two to make this game, and it made really well good sense. They had issues with the frame rates. I get about 50 to 55 on my 3070. I have a 5800X 3D processor. I use 100% of my GPU. My CPU is rocking at 18-20%. So I'm more GPU bound than I'm CPU bound. Now, if I could tap into the CPU, if I had an integrated graphics CPU, I could have hopefully tapped into that a little bit to help get a little more performance. But the 5800X 3D processor, the 5800X 3 Ryzen 7, 5800X 3 processor is phenomenal in this game. And my DDR4 3600 hertz RAM sticks at times 16 times 2, 32 gigs is phenomenal. But I get about 50 to about 55 frames. Me, I've only been paying 2 hours. I haven't gone to the Metropolis area yet, or the bigger open areas yet. I haven't gone there yet. But what I've seen is about that. I can frame lock it at 75, but still, with the VRAM I have, 8 gigabyte VRAM, there's limitations. I understand that. So I can play in low settings. I tried it. It looks very grainy at low. Medium, high settings where I'm at right now. I can do custom, and that's where I think it's going to shine for me. It's custom settings, where it's a mixture of high and ultra settings below it. It's not checking all ultra or all high. It's checking a little bit of everything. It may have some lows and medium there too in the bottom. Probably. I think I saw some mediums and lows in the bottom. It could be upscaling or whatever, it was doing, or sampling or whatever. But every rig is different. People at 4080s have a better shot. 3080, 3090s, better shot. They have a good experience. 3070s and below are the ones, even TIs, are the ones that are going to have a little bit of an issue, only because of the VRAM issue. If you have 12 gigabytes of VRAM, even people with 3060s are having a real hard trouble running this game, and they have 12 gigabytes of VRAM. A 1080 Ti gets 11 gigabytes of VRAM. Even 2080 Ti, 11 gigabytes of VRAM. and they're running probably around 30 to 40 frames. Um, if you lock in at 30 frames on everything, then I think it should be fine. But if you can lower the setting down a little bit, I will lower the setting down a little bit. I'll put it on customs. That's my first impressions of it. It is very good. It's very fun so far. I haven't had any bugs yet or any crashes or issues like that. I hope I don't. But if I do, it is what it is. I don't hold them hard because I had the same issue with Doom. I had issue with Doom where I couldn't jump because it felt like like I was magneted to the floor. But they fixed that with an update. That took about it's been out for 2-3 years. Starfield had a big update earlier, yesterday morning when I got home. So I updated, big update. Now will they update more? It probably will. But first impressions, not so bad. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. It does have graininess when you have it on lower settings, so it is grainy. If you're playing on weaker hardware, the graininess is probably used to that by now with games like this. But if you can get your hands on 3070 or above, you're probably better off. Probably above 3070. But if you can't, and you play at low settings, it's still a good experience. It just looks grainy. You can probably change to super sampling up a little more, make it a little sharper, or play maybe a little different monitor setting maybe. So it's a little tweaking I gotta do. But enough of my first impressions of Starfield. My flying sucks. I got destroyed in the first flying mission I had, so I have to get used to that because it's wonky. It's wonky. Now the jump button is Y, of course. Why is that? It's Y. Whatever, right? Anyway, that being said, though, is it a fun experience? Of course it is. Is it something that you can play for 17 hours? Probably, and blow through it real fast. If you blow through it real fast. I'm playing normal settings. But it doesn't mean it's not bad or anything. It's just, whatever. So, I'll get more detail as I play, probably a couple days. If I get about 5, 6, maybe 10 hours into it, I'll let you guys know really what I feel by it. And when I do beat the campaign, when I beat the main mission, I'll give you my review of it. It could be a week or two, it could be a month, it could be a year, depending when I finally finish it. I don't really have a time frame on game reviews because I just play games I feel like it, and I review it. And when I'm done, I beat Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I'll do a review on that probably tonight or tomorrow or next week, and I'll let you guys know. I'll probably do that live. But now on to the second bit of news. Are gaming consoles still relevant? If you look at the situation at hand, the Xbox has not been selling very well. PS5 has been selling like gangbusters. And with the whole advent with the Starfield being only on Xbox and Game Pass PC and on PlayStation, I don't think this is going to move Xboxes. It may move a few people to buy Xboxes, but to play Starfield on Xbox One, you have to stream it from the cloud, and that's really a boring thing to do because the game can't handle it on the Xbox. And this is why I'm telling people constantly that gaming PCs are always going to be superior, regardless how old your gaming PC is. It could be 10 years old. If it's that old, then damn. But it could be 10-year-old. You can have a 10-year-old case and have a 4-year-old graphics card and maybe a year or 2-3-year-old CPU and still be able to play Starfield. And Xbox One X players who are playing the One X or Xbox One can't play it because it doesn't run on the hardware because the game is current gen only. You can stream it. Yeah, you can stream it to your system. You better hope to God you have a great system to stream. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is making game consoles irrelevant. You cannot play every single game. I can play every game. No, you cannot. Because you have to take Starfield and stream it from the cloud to your internet service. If you get crappy internet where you have to take you hours to download something, how in the hell are you going to play Starfield streaming it to an Xbox One? You're not going to stream it to Xbox One. You're going to be going, oh shit, I can't play it. So I must go out and go buy a $500 console just to play one game. This is what I'm telling people. Gaming rigs are always going to be better than anything else because gaming rigs have what people need. People need simplicity. Gaming rigs, yes, are scary. Ooh, my God, they're scary. They are very scary at first, but once you get to realize, you don't delete your OS files. You don't, play with your damn freaking BIOS settings. My sister and brother-in-law are only two people to touch my BIOS. I don't even touch it. And I have admin level access to everything on my computer except my BIOS. They don't touch it. I'll probably go back stupid and mess something up. No, I did activate it a couple times and saw it, and the sister looked at me while I was doing it, and I was looking at it, just scrolling by, seeing what it looked like. And she came in and downloaded an update for it, and boom, she was gone. To update that value, and she restarted the computer, and it saved all the savings of the thing, and that was it. So the only thing you have to do is update BIOS. And with a lot of motherboards nowadays, even the Wi-Fi ones, you could update your BIOS almost to your Wi-Fi. If you can go into BIOS settings and upgrade that way, or I'd use an SSD slim drive to do it. Now some of those BIOS ones, like pre-built, you update the BIOS just by downloading the software to it. And quote me if I'm wrong here, but mine was a custom built by my brother-in-law. I don't know about pre-built, but if you can plug it in and download it that way, it's good for them. Well, it's good for you as a consumer. But back to point. This is why I think consoles are dying, in a sense, especially on the Xbox side. The Xbox One is dead in the water. You have to stream Starfield, and any other game that comes out after that's going to be big AAA title. Microsoft is tired of downgrading, watering down their game just to put it on past hardware. If you ain't got the money to play Starfield, buy the game console, Xbox, whatever, you shouldn't be playing Starfield anyway. Because it's a next-gen game. And I think people just need to start accepting that. Xbox is going away of giving everybody what they want. PS2, PS3 had to sit there and bow down to PS2 for, hell, practically 2013 because the PS2 was the dominant horse, still getting games for it. Even modern games are downgraded, obviously. But that was the thing. If you had a PS3 and if PS2 friends don't want to come over because we want to milk this all we can, well, they did for 13 years. Well, I think Microsoft is forcing people. If you have an Xbox One, you have to stream this. You can't download it to your console. You won't let you do it. I tried downloading a console. It looked at me and laughed. And I have an Xbox One X. It was like a 980 in there. Technically, like a 980. Technically, graphics card in the Xbox One X. And it wasn't even worth it. Because they say, you have to stream this. Like, I have to use my internet constantly to stream. And if you have data caps, or if you have internet that's intermittent, that only happens when you have to feel at home and use the internet constantly, you're going to be screwed trying to play this game that you want to play so bad. A lot of people don't have $500 coming out of their butts. They don't just fart and $5 from shooting out. A lot of money. So I always tell people, tell me right now, if you cannot play Starfield on your Xbox One, can you get to stream it? Maybe it's time to start buying a gaming rig. Start saving up for it with Black Friday deals. Go on, if you have friends who have gaming rigs who bought, and maybe they got a newer gaming rig or whatever. You got friends that can build you one. Hey, your friends, hey, can you build me a gaming rig? I'll pay you some money. How much you can get for it? You can get a good, decent gaming rig for about, a couple $100 at least. At least. At least a couple $100, at least. Now, it won't be anything extravagant. It won't be like anything like, you know, gangbusters, but it'll be good. You'd be able to play your games on it. It'd be awesome there. You'd be able to play your games on it. You'd be able to have your games and play. Download Starfield to your SSD. Download your games that you can play without having to sit there and worry about having to stream it. That's where it's at, folks. I'm telling you. You think I'm joking or lying or whatever. I ain't lying to you at all. Starfield has to be streamed to your Xbox One. And God help you if you have the old base model one. God help you. I wouldn't even turn your Xbox on then. I wouldn't even turn your Xbox on. But yeah, this is what's going on with the Camp Xbox. They're so weird about this stuff that now you have to sit there and be okay. So I have to sit there and buy this new $500 console that it looks good on TV, looks good on paper, and it's a good console. It's 2080 Super and the Xbox X Series equivalent to. But I can go buy a gaming rig at Electronic Express, pay a little more money, or Best Buy or Walmart, and get a decent, probably, I wouldn't go no lower than probably a 3060 if you can get one for like $1,000, or have somebody build it for you. Toasty Bros has a online store. They build a lot of gaming rigs, and they buy cheap stuff. They buy good products. They get $500 builds and stuff. And they do a lot of videos. So I would look up Toasty Bros on YouTube. I have them subscribe down below to my channel. Watch their channel. They have a lot of information and stuff. You can get some good stuff and play games. Starfield may not at 1080p, in high settings, max settings, but maybe 1080p low or medium. Because even my rig, my GPU is my limited resource right now, and that's fine. I know my RAM, my CPU are rocking. They're 100% rocking. They have what I need, but I have limitations on it, and I know. So I have to understand, okay, so what do I do? Do I sit there and run through buying $1,000 graphics card? No. I make exceptions. I make detailed exceptions. I do what I gotta do. I know what I have to do. I know that I have to make setting changes. But streaming the game to an old inferior hardware, to me, is not a setting change. It's not anything other than just deal with the fact that you can't afford this stuff. And that's fine. If you can't afford an Xbox X Series or a gaming rig, I get it. And I said before, gaming is not a casual thing. Gaming is very expensive. There's gaming rigs on Walmart.com that cost $3,500. They have 4080, 4090s in them. You can go Electronic Express find a good decent game rig for about $2,000. You can get one cheaper, and that's why I say watch Toasty Bros. Like I said, the channel's down below. My channel down below here on my bottom of my channel, and watch them. Subscribe to them. Maybe even I message them, ask them questions. They have a website, business where they sell gaming rigs. Maybe you can go on their store. Maybe you can go, message them. But hey, how do you guys do this or whatever? You might get them to help build you one, or you buy one from them that they built already. That way you can get a gaming rig. So there's many ways to get a gaming rig, guys. I'm trying to help you guys out here, because right now downloading, streaming Starfield to an Xbox One, to me, is like trying to download. It's like trying to watch Netflix with dial-up. Okay, like it's obsolete. Yes, if you have good internet access and you have no data caps, and you're okay with that, go for that. But 30 or 40% of people in this country don't have good, decent internet or stable internet. So, and the data caps like AT&T or Comcast or the rest of them, call them Comcast, and they rob you practically blind. But these people here, it has to be addressed. If you get data caps and takes you a long time to download something, man, you're gonna be running that data cap up. And God help you if you have to pay an extra 10, 15, 20 bucks just to, get a lot of an extra 50 gigabytes. I mean, it's insane. It's insanity. Do we have limitations on our internet usage? But companies do that. And if you have that and you have an Xbox One, you just got kiss of death. You can't go out and play Starfield even if you wanted to. Even if you played it once in a while, the data streaming will probably be so much because it has to compress it and send it through your internet, phone, or whatever you have online. And it's going to be compressed. There's going to be a lot of information. So I tell you, if you can't get an Xbox One, Xbox X series, or even S, but even S series is kind of limitation right now because it's weaker of the two, but it's still running. I think it has like a 2070 in there or whatever it's in there. But it has something in there, but it's limited. And people who have Xbox S series know it's limited, and they don't care because it's whatever they want to play. That's fine. But there's ways to play games, and if you want to get an Xbox S series, go for it. You want to get an Xbox X series, go for it. PC, go for it. But streaming a game to your console in 2023, like I said, it's like trying to play Netflix movies on dial-up. Yeah, you might log into Netflix, but I guarantee you won't be able to watch anything. So when people tell you that, I look at them kind of straight, like shake my why? I understand people don't have, money coming out of their butt. I don't either. Buy script and saved. $1,700 to get a decent gaming rig. Now, now extra stuff added to it. Now it's like $3,000 later. Now after I added more stuff to it, I have a rocking gaming rig. Not to put anybody down, but people gotta start saving for stuff like this. Like I said, gaming is very expensive. It's not a cheap. Well, I can go buy a $200 thing, and no, it's those days are over with. Of buying $200, NESs and playing the latest greatest games. Those days are over with. You can get a gaming rig for $800 decently. You can play a Starfield or a game you're gonna play on Game Pass, or just buy an Xbox S series and call it a day. That will work too as well. But I understand why people don't run out and buy consoles because you can't afford it. I get it. Well, guys, subscribe down below. And my question is, if you have an Xbox One, you're streaming it. How is Starfield streaming? Is it the same as having it downloaded, or is it worse? Is there hiccups? Is there issues with it? Is there problems with the streaming feed between yourself and the IP you're using and Microsoft and Bethesda? If it is, comment below. If it's not, comment below. I want to know. Once again, guys, subscribe, notifications, ring that bell. Catch you guys later. Peace out, everybody.